Hey, my name's Hannah, and I'm recording this in Portland, Oregon. I'm a longtime listener and first-time contributor to Larry's Pop Pod. I wanted to share a bit about a project I've been working on called Halloween Every Day. This is basically what it sounds like. I've been doing one Halloween-related activity every day. I started on October 1st when I baked a spooky Halloween cake, and I plan to end it on October 31st, which is, of course, Halloween. My inspiration for this is really rooted in the fact that I've just always loved Halloween. When I was growing up, I used to volunteer as an actor in a haunted house every year, and I've always loved costumes and candy and carving pumpkins and all of it. And I also like to give myself fun mini challenges like this because they force me to be creative and do things I wouldn't normally think to do. So, for example, last night I did karaoke, but almost every song I did was Halloween themed. And that's something I never would have thought of if not for Halloween Every Day. So, to tell you a bit about how I did it, first of all, I didn't plan it out 100%. I knew I just needed to do enough brainstorming to be confident that I could eventually think of 31 Halloween activities. So I did an initial brainstorm, and the first things I thought of were kind of the obvious things. I knew I wanted to bake something, I knew I wanted to carve a jack-o'-lantern, I knew I wanted to decorate my apartment, and I knew I wanted to watch a Halloween movie. But after that initial list, it got a little bit harder, and I had to dig a little bit deeper and think outside of the box for more creative ideas. As an example, I've always loved the music video for Michael Jackson's Thriller, so I thought, why not learn the choreography? I looked online and I found a YouTube tutorial, so I spent a couple hours one night watching the tutorial and I learned all of the choreography, and that ended up being one of my favorite activities so far. I also searched on the internet, and Pinterest was really helpful for finding creative ideas. And once I started doing it, a lot of friends reached out to me with their ideas too. So shout out to my friend Jojo, who's been texting me with a bunch of awesome craft and baking ideas. There were a variety of factors I had to consider when planning. October happens to be kind of a busy month for me, so I knew I had to have some activities that I could do quickly, like over my lunch break on busy days. So for those days, I've done things like paint my nails black and make an origami bat bookmark. And I'm saving the bigger activities, like decorating a haunted gingerbread house and going to a corn maze, for the weekends. I also have some travel this month. I'm headed to London near the end of the month, so this means I need to plan ahead. I'll be packing some Halloween supplies in my luggage so that I can bring Halloween with me. And it helps that London is considered one of the most haunted cities in the world, so it's actually a really perfect place to celebrate Halloween every day. Another thing I did was I set a goal of posting a photo or video to Instagram every day. This not only keeps me accountable, but it also allows me to share the fun with my friends. My advice to anyone who wants to do their own Halloween Everyday project is to keep it simple. Have some small, easy activities mixed in with the bigger ticket stuff. And use it as an opportunity to learn or try something new. So, as an example, I didn't really think of myself as a great artist, but I decided that one of my activities was going to be to draw a Halloween scene. So I found a YouTube tutorial again, and I tried my best, and I actually ended up liking what I created. I mean, I wouldn't expect to see it hanging in a museum, but it was definitely good enough for my refrigerator. I'd also recommend using Halloween Every Day as an opportunity to connect with others. You can invite your friends and family to join you in various activities. A lot of people love Halloween, so they'll definitely want to join you. And you can also see what Halloween events are going on in your neighborhood or your community and use it as an opportunity to get more connected that way. I have one last piece of advice, and this is specifically around costumes. I see people get so stressed out every year about finding the perfect costume. So my advice is to take the long view. In my life, I've been Albert Einstein, a lobster, a robot, a Rubik's Cube, a jellyfish, Wayne from Wayne's World, and an astronaut, among other things. No single costume has been what I would characterize as amazing, but taken all together, I think it's a fun list, and it tells you something about what I like, which is apparently science and marine life. So my advice is don't be too precious about choosing the perfect costume. Just pick something and have fun. And most importantly, and I'm mostly talking to adults now, use this opportunity to wear a costume in public. Kids know this intuitively, but adults seem to need a reminder. I've twice been the only person in my office to wear a costume on Halloween. This doesn't embarrass me at all. It's my coworkers who should be embarrassed. Because Halloween is fun, whether you're a kid or an adult, and whether it's actually Halloween or just almost Halloween. So I say go for it. I hope some of you will join me in celebrating Halloween every day.